Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ACC Tournament Final. I'm back with Fox as we got Syracuse taking on Florida State here in a best-of-7, the winner to the CCS Championships.
Welcome in, everybody. It should be an exciting series as the Big Orange takes on the Seminoles. And as always, Syracuse has excellent support in the chat. I already see some Syracuse W's coming through, hoping for a win. But, I mean, not to discredit Florida State, this should be a pretty high-flying matchup. Although I might have just cast a cursed Florida State. They almost fumbled that. But Gababy will get the first goal. His teammate, in a trolling attempt, tried to steal the goal from him. That was Russell. Couldn't quite get it away from Gababy, though. That still is his finish.
Absolutely. And 4:34 to go. And it's a 1-0 start for the Orange. As, again, they are heavy favorites, Fox, to come away with this series. Likely 4-0 or 4-1. But we'll have to wait to see how the night progresses.
As Williams going to go off the backboard, has found a chance in front for Beach. Looking to try and find something. Excellent choice of name Beach has, considering it is Florida after all, known for the beaches. And now Williams going to pick the pocket of the Syracuse team and right back to it. That is the second goal in under the first minute, where the opposing team has had no defenders in the way. A wide open net, back and forth we go. We're basically right back where we started.
Yeah, we are back to equilibrium. 4:12 to play, 1-1, and Florida State on the board early on here in game one. A solid start for the Seminoles.
Yep, both teams have gotten the mistake out of the way now. Hopefully some of that pressure can start to melt away as we will get to see what both of these clubs are made of. As Hardpoint is going to try and carry this one away, but Tiz will be there to knock it away. But that's right into Gababy. He's going to head to the ceiling. Beach has no boost. He calls himself off, tries to get some help from Hardpoint. Syracuse, they had some numbers there. They had a couple players up, although the chance does get kind of fumbled. It'll be cleared away. Gababy has to usher that one over to Russell. Now he has a chance to air dribble. Not much boost. He'll use his flip. Carries it all the way to the goal, and Hardpoint at the last moment said no. Keeps this a one-goal game for both teams at a tied affair.
1-1 here so far in game one. Florida State make it 2-1, 3:21 to go. The Seminoles in front.
Russell is not having a good day at the beach as he gets absolutely dunked in a half right there. And he was used as a golf tee. He and Tiz both just waiting and watching that ball drift slowly but surely into their goal off of a great challenge out of the Florida State man. And Beach has got the first lead now for the Seminoles. After a weird start for both teams, an odd mistake that sent a player on both sides at a wide open breakaway. Actually, Syracuse, they had more defensive presence than Florida State on their goal as they almost screwed it up. Did not, though. Now they'll be looking to reset as Tiz looking for a reset off of that touch, but it'll be knocked into the hands of William, 15 Russell, and getting a bump on him as well, kind of slowing his progression. Gababy has got Tiz there looking for a chance at the back wall. Double tap, bang, bang. Right back at you, says Syracuse.
Tiz, a classic double here. 2:45 to go, Fox. And a quick 1-2 punch from Gababy's pass, and it's a 2-all affair here. With still more than half the game to go, Syracuse, one of the last remaining undefeated teams in CCS following the losses of A&M, Florida, and Arizona now in the past couple days.
Now Beach reaches up, beats two Cuse players. Third man is Gababy. He's got it. He will head up to the ceiling and look over his options. Tries to play it past the first man, William, but he will collect the rock. Send it over. His teammate got bumped there on a collision, so the pass option did not work out. So now he'll try again. Hard point towards the back wall. Gababy's there to fend it off, but William keeping that pressure on for the Seminoles. They've got to pass back to hard point, but Tiz was in his way. Russell will take out Beach, and that will alleviate the pressure for the Cuse. And now the Orange back the other way. It's Tiz again, and he has started off the series hot. He might not like the team color, but he's got to be liking how his team is playing.
That he does, and 2:04 to go. It's a 3-2 lead now. 2-minute warning approaching here shortly in 4 seconds, and 5 total goals here in the right after the first half.
Missed opportunity for Beach there to get a touch. Gababy's centering feed. Tiz will have to chase it down. In doing so, used a lot of time and resource up. So he and his teammate will be out of boost there in the corner, and it's falling back to Gababy though. Keeping the pressure on. Gababy has seemed to be that calm and steady, almost like the foundation for what Syracuse has built here in game one. Seems to be always starting and ending with Gababy, who has been in right spots at right times. Now here's Tiz, who has provided a lot of offensive flair for his team here in game one, as the last 2 goals for Cuse has put them up. Came off of his car, but they're going to have to do a little defense here on hard point. Sent to the sidewall. Good play by Russell to knock it off of Beach. And Cuse will send the Seminoles back to their zone to play a little defense.
Lesser double, no good. Florida State will break the pressure. Last alive is Gababy. Hardpoint lost control of that one, as the Seminole defense now back in neutral territory, Fox. And 1 minute to go here. FSU going to need 1 to level things up.
I am loving what the team colors are doing to Williams Fennec, though. It does look quite good. It's hardpoint. We'll try and send it to the corner where Beach has got it forward. Hardpoint, not enough boost to get there up in front of Gababy. Now William will try and take on Russell. He's out of boost, though. Russell, an easy steal. Russell, a wide open finish. And that is the type of mistake that Florida State simply cannot make, as William went for the air dribble, ran out of boost. And in doing so, Russell had a free chance to take on the defender. With his momentum, he does so, and that's a 4-2 lead here for the Cuse with under a minute to play.
40 seconds to go. And the Orange back up by 2 here, the largest lead of the night so far. Russell trying to make it 3. Flip reset into a double. No good. Rebound for Gababy. Towards the corner. Good off of 50.
Everything has gone Syracuse's way after the second Florida State goal. Russell with the flip reset. Gababy drifts it over to one side, ends up challenging the other way, which throws off the defense, and no chance for Beach there on that touch. So that ball will fly over him, and Syracuse have done all but pretty much secure the game 1 victory here on Manfield. After an interesting start for both teams, seem to have settled in, especially Syracuse, whose offense has come alive here in game number 1.
And it has had a slow start though, but it's been fairly on fire for the last 2 minutes or so here in game number 1. But again, it's a best of 7, still a long way to go, especially if you are Florida State here.
Now Tiz off the backboard. He goes looking for the flip. William will deny, but that will be all for game number 1. And we'll head on over to Forbidden Temple with the Orange owning the lone victory on the series score sheet. Game 1 to the Cuse, and a 1 step closer to the conference championship.
Absolutely. And now Syracuse again have had a fairly easy road to this game, and Florida State got past number 2 California in the first round, and kind of somewhat forfeit trapped number 3 Pittsburgh in the second round, and now we're matched up with Syracuse in a ACC final, which they haven't been to this game since season 3, with that old Florida State roster with Fries and Luigi alongside, I forget, the Fisher was the third at the time.
Fisher, yep, good. That was a classic Florida State roster. They went pretty deep as well.
They got to a Final Four.
Gotta love the personality on that Florida State team, but Seminoles right now are saying, you could talk about the past all that you want. We're here and now in the present, and it's time to take a look and see what we've got left to bring to the table. And William does have a picture of Sergei Bobrovsky as his avatar, and he would love to do nothing else but make the type of defensive saves that man makes. We'll have to see if they can find a way to shut down that Syracuse offense and get a couple goals for themselves and try and equalize the series here headed into game 3.
Yeah, it looks like Bobrovsky's getting beat on his puck there too. He might not be a Panthers fan, but we'll have to figure that out later. But nonetheless, it's an early start for Tiz. 8 seconds in, 1-0 goes the Orange.
Really quickly, that was an insane save by Bobrovsky on a Tampa Bay player, I do believe. Turned around, made that stop. Excellent picture, a little bit of lore. To go along with the first goal for Syracuse, goaltending, we're talking about it. We're not seeing much of it on the Florida State side, as the first shot for Syracuse does end up finding the back of the net. And right now, after that first kind of goofy goal, Tiz has suddenly taken over for Syracuse. All of the offense seeming to come from that man's vehicle, and he's starting to cause some problems. That clear is just going to go right over everybody in the net. Tiz, he just can't miss.
4:33 to go. Tiz launching from his own goal line beats the defense 2-0 with 4.5 to go.
Everything is going Syracuse's way. After Florida State took that 2-1 lead, they are on a 5-0 aggregate run. After both teams traded wacky first goals, Florida State did get a second. After that, it has been all Syracuse, mostly Tiz, who is here on the ball. He's out of boost, though. He's going to give it away to William. Now William, infield pass. No, none of his teammates were far enough forward. Will drift by the wayside, but Florida State not done yet. Takes on Gababy. That shot is beautiful from Beach, and he will find one back as he just pretty much picked his spot, let it fly, dinging in.
407. There's another one for FSU. Finally, to kind of get one to fall out there. A little bit of a long stretch of no scoring, Fox, for what was about 4-ish minutes since that last goal in game one.
It's got to feel good to finally see somebody who's not named Tiz scoring, especially for Florida State. And William will head to the back wall. Hard point, a chance to shoot. It's soft. It'll be ushered away to safety by Tiz. Carries it out, beats a couple players with his challenge. Hard point, last man back, not a lot of boost either. And he's going to get bumped on his path to the goal. I don't know if he would have made that save anyway, but Russell's making sure that the percentage was 0.
It would have been close. Let's see. Yeah, I think he would have gotten there. I don't know. Let's play that back in slow-mo after the stream's over. 3:48 to go. It is a 3-1 ball game for Syracuse, up by 2. The minute 12 gone behind us here and now as Florida State. Again, it's been a rough season, but a stellar run in the conference tournament. Just a couple nights ago, we got to watch Sam Houston State, another 7 seed that's made it this far, and fell just short to FIU in 6. We'll see what the Seminoles' fate is tonight.
Good save there by Beach. Beach seeming to be, at this particular moment in the series, ever since Florida State's second goal, Beach seems to be one of the lone Seminole players with a pulse right about now. As Hardpoint and his good buddy William trying to find their footing here in this series, as Syracuse have had themselves quite the game. And Nation, we're 2 minutes in, and Russell has 0 points. He has been pretty much playing a strictly physical game and letting Tiz and Gababy just have their way with Florida State.
It's just what he does sometimes. He likes to have some fun and go for bumps. I mean, it's opening up lanes for Tiz and Gababy, so I'm sure that Tiz and Gababy are not mad that their teammate currently has 0 points with half the game gone.
Interesting strategy. It's working. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And right now, Syracuse have found the magic formula for scoring as they are putting goals in again and again on FSU. Now William looking over his options. He's got Tiz and Gababy both waiting on him. Gababy will challenge early. Got the boost stolen away from him, though, but Gababy still has ball. Going cross with it. He doesn't have much boost. Tiz is behind him. I'm pretty sure Russell's probably upfield searching for headhunting capabilities. Now Tiz will carry it into the corner. Hardpoint has a moment without Russell there to try and forge it forward. Gababy will dump it right back in, and Syracuse right now feels almost like a cat with a ball of yarn, and the Seminoles right now, they need to get out of the ball of yarn mindset.
1:57 to go. Hardpoint from the wing, one-on-one with Gababy. The 50 lost wide left. Syracuse back in control. 1:50 to go, Fox, and FSU. Something's got to fall soon if magic's going to happen.
I'm not sure if we have a statistic for this, but has there ever been a CCS game, especially in the conference championship, where a player has had 0 points? Especially like for a victory? I'm wondering if that is actually a stat, because Tiz is double tapping. Why do you need to do anything if you're Russell when your teammate's doing something like that?
1:29 to go. It's Tiz from the corner, and Leffler is just having a field day on the Boston Devils. This is funny to watch. Hardpoint's gone. He might have gotten kicked out of the game.
Oh, we love Epic servers. Good game, not broken game. Good job, Epic. You are doing a phenomenal job. Oh, Tiz is just trying to play with him. Beach with a good save, like I said earlier. Seems to be one of the players that have been able to maintain a little bit of life here for Florida State. He is in the game. He can join. You can join right now. Yeah.
Yeah, he
can absolutely join back in. You are indeed the same Hardpoint, unless he went and took off his clothing like Superman, put on his super suit. Actually, he might have done just that. Hardpoint comes right back, and he gets Florida State within 2.
54 seconds, Fox, and this is crazy.
The man who was kicked out all of a sudden just puts a shot on goal. Russell, in an attempt to, I guess, go with 0 points. He can't make that save. Now we have to wonder if it is a 1v1 with Russell back. Is Russell willing to forego making the save to preserve the streak that is happening right now? That shot from Beach. It was forced wide by the defensive positioning out of Cuse. Gababy here to touch it away. Some work left to do for Tiz and Gababy. That shot saved away by Gababy in the net. Great play. Florida State, all of a sudden, you get hard point back. You get a little bit of life breathed in to the program, but they still need 2 goals. They got to find one in the next few seconds because they are running out of time pretty rapidly. Game 2, as Russell, we get to see him. He's just taking chunks out of Beach on his way upfield, and I believe Syracuse have done enough thanks to a stifling offensive effort from Tiz and Gababy, and Russell is indeed going to have 0 points as the most valuable bumper prize definitely going to him. Cuse will get 1 for the road. That's that.
That is that. Russell's going to finish game 2 with a whopping burger, whopping donut on the scoreboard, and 5-2 going to be your final. 2-0 for the Orange.
I almost feel like that's a statistic that's deserving of a tweet.
Yeah, I was going to tweet it. I was going to tweet it.
0 points. 0 points in a huge win in the conference championship. Russell, the strategy worked. His 2 teammates combined had almost 1,500 points, as Tiz and Gababy with 5 goals between themselves. Insane work from them. And everybody, a little bit of chirping going on here. Hardpoint's wondering for a server remake. We can absolutely do that for him. So he did have struggles staying in that game, so we will get it remade. And hopefully this server remake, Florida State can use it as an opportunity to kind of cool off the Syracuse offense that is running a 2-man show right now. Gababy and Tiz throwing Florida State just about everything they can handle and more.
That they are, Fox. And again, I told you pre-game before this series started that this could be a pretty quick one and could be a very dominant. Back out.
Fix the map.
Yeah,
fix the map.
Back out. I gotta fix the map. Chat.
In a Shun production. Unfortunate.
In a production.
That's okay. Good old Nation. We gotta love him.
Indeed.
And so Russell with 0 points, contributing very well to his team. Not sure what Nation is doing. I got thrown into a lobby with Syracuse.
Tell him add 2 to password. Tell him add 2 to password.
Okay.
Tell him get rid of the 1, make the 2.
I think it's I can't get in the party match, Nation. I'm struggling here, brother. We need some help. Tiz is in the Twitch chat, Nation. How you doing, bro? Tiz is everywhere. He's all over the field. He's in the Twitch chat. He's in different lobbies. I mean, Tiz is literally everywhere you look. He is there. What is the match score? It is currently 2-0 in the series, about to start game 3 here in the server. Once we get everybody in the new server, that is. Yep, 2-0. It is the notches beneath the names on the scoreboard. That is indeed a best of 7. So Syracuse halfway to their conference championship. Florida State right now, you got thrown a little bit of a sympathetic strategy last game with Russell going solely for bumps. Now it's time for the Seminoles to try and save some face and throw another punch back at Syracuse. Try and make a series out of this.
5 minutes on the clock. The tweet's posted, by the way, at twitter.com/x.com/collegiatecs on Twitter. Go follow us and go like the tweet. Gas it up. Left for dropping 0 points in an ACC final. But we're back to action here, Fox. 2-0 in the series for the Orange. Florida State now looking to battle back.
Russell has 16 points in this game. Russell very much involved here. Tiz said he's playing on KBM right now. It looks like it's showing. I mean, Florida State right now, how do you feel about this? You're getting thrown a bump-only strategy. You're getting thrown with the MVP for the other team going to KBM. And it's definitely showing, as Florida State will have a free chance to shoot off the crossbar. It's got to be painful. That bounce just gets up and over William. Syracuse are actually going to send the ball all the way back down into the net. It's Gababy. And it's just falling apart right now for the Noles.
That it is. Baby gonna put that one home off the pass from Tiz. 4-13. It's a 1-0 start for the Orange.
And don't count KBM out. I am a KBM player myself, so it is a when you know how to use it. I mean, looks like he's starting to get it a little bit. You can tell that he doesn't know the KBM speed flip though, and it's a little bit harder than you think, KBM speed flipping. But as I digress, that ball will be put forward. Russell looking for a shot on goal. He got it, but no goal, as it will be stopped. And now Hardpoint tries to take on Gababy one-on-one. He's not biting with that. Williams sends it to the back wall. Beach looking for something in front. Tiz just throwing himself like a rag doll towards that ball, attempting to throw off the Knowles. If you look like you don't know what you're doing, they'll think you don't know what you're doing. Lure them into a false sense of security. Hardpoint shot saved away by the KBM Tiz. Good save there, and he keeps Florida State off the board.
3:21 to go. The Orange still up front by 1. Now Beach towards the corner, has help in midfield. Couldn't get it there. Gababy off the clear and back into neutral territory across FSU. His zone in the back line. No goal. Hardpoint there in time. Will find the clear. Wide right is Lesser. Beats one defender. Beach last out. Flip reset open. Net finds Gababy. Feeds it through. 2-0.
Oh no, it's just everything is going wrong. Russell ends up beating Hardpoint, gets the ball over Beach with a beautiful flip. And Gababy actually took something off of his shot there. Kind of put a little bit of backspin on it. 14 miles an hour. That was a screamer at the net. Even if there was a goalie, don't think they were stopping something with that much heat. Speaking of heat, a couple players die in a heap of cloud of smoke and fire. Russell will take Beach out. Here comes Hardpoint looking for the bump on Russell. And it's Gababy again, who is basically on an island right now, is Gababy. With Tiz playing KBM, he'll get a bump. Here is Gababy, happy to take things over, popping the ball, and Beach will send it away. And with half the game gone, Syracuse again are able to dominate the scoreboard 2-0 thus far and keep the Knowles pretty much as far away from their goal as possible.
2:20 to go here. If you're just now joining us, this is Game 3 of the ACC Tournament Final, and Beach gets FSU back within 1 for the Seminoles. On last game, Lesser had 0 points at the end of a full 5-minute game where he was bumping and demoing. That's what happened.
I feel like Russell, a little bit of troll there. Got a touch on the ball, just kind of left a beautiful apple sitting right in the middle of the field there. Went for boost in the corner, leaves Gababy stranded with no boost, and Beach will make them pay. And at what point, does the disrespect eventually come back to bite Cuse? If it does, Beach will fake that one. Williams got a wide open goal. There's the tie, and Syracuse, a 2-0 lead, has evaporated. Florida State right back in it.
2:06 to go. It's William on an equalizer. It's his first since game 1. 2:06 remains, and Florida State right back in it.
And we will kick off yet again. Tiz and Hardpoint both jumping over for that one. Russell will get 50 off of William. Here's Tiz. He'll watch Gababy jump up for this one, and 50 across ends up into Gababy's path, where he will touch it towards the back wall. Nothing but Seminoles in his way, but he's able to 50 it towards open field. Not enough. Russell has an exterminator. In an ACC championship game, he just got the exterminator medal, and we still have almost 2 minutes to go. Florida State did get denied there on the goal line. Tiz will reach in a helping hand, but has thrown the ball away. Here's William. To the backboard it goes. Looking for Hardpoint. His touch up. Tries to set up Beach for the spike like beach volleyball. However, it's Gababy with the denial, and Syracuse maintain a equal game at 2 apiece.
1:17 to go. Gababy taking his time, waiting patiently, letting the clock tick off. Lesser fires. No good. Hardpoint, long, clear, open, target. Tiz going to chase this one down. We'll find a save. Rule 1's been broke by Tiz. Play will continue with 1 minute to go.
I feel like that was the universe telling Tiz what they thought about breaking that Rule 1, as he gets wiped out immediately. He's got a touch forward. That might end up being a pass for Florida State here. No, Russell with a good composure to get the ball across now to Gababy. Gababy with the redirect. A mini psycho back to Tiz. He can't follow up, as it looks as though this game, we might get overtime. We'll have to wait and see. And right now, Russell with the wall dash is there. If you're Florida State, got to be careful with Gababy shooting like that. But if you're Florida State right now, you are being completely trolled by the other team, and it is only tied. They have yet to been able to take a lead here in this game. That's got to feel a little bit disheartening, or maybe it fuels the fire in the Seminole hearts.
Maybe it does. But right now, Syracuse just in utter control. A big save off the bar. Rebound is no good. Finishes there. Gababy with 3 to go. Takes the lead for the Orange.
It is one-man show. Russell with the first shot. Russell with the second shot. Throws off all the defenders. I don't know where Hardpoint went. He just got absolutely annihilated by that touch from Beach. And it opens the goal. Syracuse will score. And that is going to be series point here for the Cuse unless Florida State can find a way to keep that ball up. It is not. And the Orange continue to maintain their dominance. We'll have to see now. Does Tiz play KBM and does Russell go for the bump-only strategy? Do you put Gababy against the entire Florida State roster if you are Syracuse?
Hopefully they don't do that, just out of respect for the broadcast and respect for the players on the other side of the field, and hopefully they either just lock in, end this thing in 4, or make Florida State have to work for a win. We'll have to wait and see what ends up happening. But nonetheless, Fox.
Nation, as your fellow caster, I am not readying up because you have the wrong map selected for game 4, my good man. So I am the one. I'm the one assisting Nation now. I got you, brother. I got you. Now we'll ready up. Now we'll send it to game 4. But yeah, as you said right now, it is all Syracuse Gababy with another MVP-like performance. We'll have to see what we get here in this one and whether or not Syracuse finishes this one off right, or do they have a little some flair trying to throw it at the broadcast and at Florida State?
Well, we're going to wait and find out here. Is Florida State now going to have to win 4 straight to win this series in 7, or else Syracuse will be walking away for the second time ever in CCS as ACC tournament champions.
William pops this one up. Russell will dump it across. Beach tried to retrieve that ball, did not. Tiz gets the bump. That's a wide open goal. There's nobody in the area, and Tiz actually let that ball go through. It looks like Tiz is the one on the 0-point grind as he will take a bite out of Hardpoint. Gave up a free goal there. And right now it is just complete and utter disrespect out of the Orange for Florida State.
That's a little distasteful, honestly. If you are Syracuse here, letting just, you're just kind of trolling Florida State a little bit too much. Hopefully they kind of just actually play the game and make this fun to watch. But nonetheless, it looks like Syracuse is just having fun.
I'll have to wait and see. Tiz will avoid the ball. Good avoidance there. Avoids the ball again. Good play, keeping himself away from the ball. Is Tiz. Now Russell. We've seen him go for the 0-point strategy. His shot on target will be denied. Tiz with a bump play. He'll get no points for it, but he had a hand in that goal. As the shot does get saved, the rebound, Beach, unfortunately, did not catch the number of the Tiz Express.
No, it did not. 1:10 to go. This will be a second time ever on a tournament final where a player dropped 0 points. Lester did it in game 2. I think it was on purpose. I think it's safe to say that was on purpose. I think this looks like it was on purpose too for Tiz.
Tiz not to be outdone. Doesn't let Russell hold the record for the only player for very long. At least that's the hope anyway. Beach will get one on the board for Florida State as they collapse to the house. Gababy left on an island as that touch will go wide. Russell got bumped, and Tiz nowhere to be found because he has the anti-ball magnet on. And unfortunately, the outnumbered opportunity for Cuse ends up in the back of their net, and Florida State with the equalizer. And for the question in the chat, did Arizona win? They did not. They succumbed to a 4-1 decision. Iowa State dispatching the perfect season Wildcats in 5.
Arizona won game 1 in overtime, and then unfortunately the offense kind of went really stale. They were shut out for a couple extra minutes, and that's going to make it 2-1 for Syracuse. Iowa State, though, did win 4 in a row, making it 4-1 and ending the undefeated season for the Wildcats.
Ew. That's all I could say about that goal. Ew. As Russell, who has bounced back in a huge way, a game where he had 0 points. I mean, that's got to be devastating, almost career-ending. Then to come back on stream and hit a double tap like that, brother has nerves of steel, does Russell. Right now, Tiz is the one struggling to find his confidence in this game. He has yet to touch the ball. Syracuse not having a full team effort this entire series, but yet still finding ways to win. I feel like this is like a Scott Sterling story in a way for Syracuse. Unfortunately for them, Florida State is the ones that are getting beat up like Scott Sterling's face. That ball will be sent downfield. Gababy on the chase. He'll grab some boost. He'll let his teammates run amok, and the clock continues to tick here at the halfway point.
Halftime in Game 4. Syracuse half a game away from walking away as champions of the ACC with 4 straight victories. We'll have to wait and see how this clock progresses, as Tiz also looking almost as burned a 0-point game there. He almost made contact with that ball.
There's a perfect quick chat in Rocket League for that circumstance, Nation. Close one. It was indeed close, but that will be knocked away by Gababy all the way downfield. Gababy is beating everybody. Tiz is in the same neighborhood, but he does not get close enough. Looks like poor Hardpoint is lagging yet again. But Tiz with a beautiful little fake on nobody there. That goaltender had no hope with Tiz in the area. Great play by Gababy, and it is 3-1 Syracuse.
Gababy now launching forward, 2 minutes to go. As now Syracuse, messing around, having fun, up by 2. They're going to let Tiz try to finish this game with no points in the board. It's been fun to watch.
Honestly, if you're Florida State by this point, I feel like a better challenge would be try and ruin Tiz's perfect game. Try and throw the ball at him. Try and make him get hit by the ball, get those 2 points. That would be more of a fun challenge.
The record, do it.
Yeah, if you're gonna, if you're going to, Tiz will touch it himself as he will take away his 0-point game. I think Russell was on the comm saying, I want this record. Tiz right back at it. Beach goes for the goal, but Gababy there again. Gababy gets a bump now. Here comes Russell to the back wall. It's the first time every player on Syracuse has had points in quite some time. Yet still, they are making easy work of the ACC championship right now as they look to sweep Florida State. Not done yet. They want to try and force Aquadome. That shot from Hardpoint will go high. Syracuse throwing everything that they have at Florida State, but that shot is able to beat every single player, even Gababy top left bins. They're not quite done yet. Beach, another goal for Florida State.
51 seconds. Down by 1. Can the Seminoles try to claw back into this game? Fox, it's been difficult to really kind of put tooth and nail in this series for Florida State and find ways to just get back into this and make it competitive, as they've been in deep holes for majority of this series.
You have to wonder, with the Rule 1 being broken earlier this game by Tiz, how much is the negative karma affecting his team? Right here, as Florida State continue to try and fight their way back. It's Beach. That shot deflects off a couple of Orange players. Does go wide. Another demo on the poor, beaten and battered Florida State trio. Beach drops up, trying to get it by Gababy. That shot's going to be on target. Russell with the save. Good flip, and he will make sure that Syracuse will get out of this one unharmed in terms of series score. Pop, fly. Final seconds left. 0-second drill in effect for Florida State. And much like this series, it does not go their way. And Syracuse, in unconventional, non-conventional fashion, have won the series.
Syracuse are headed back to the CCS championships for the first time since Season 3, with Tiz, Lesser, and Gababy as ACC champions. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys later tonight at midnight Eastern for UC Santa Barbara versus Cal Poly for a Big West title. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.